When I filed my motion last week to investigate possible acts on the House floor, I invoked Article 3, Section 42 and 43 of the Wyoming Constitution. At the time, I saw this as the most transparent process, a necessity to gain back public trust of the people of Wyoming. This was before criminal charges seemed possible. What I failed to see clearly through Article 3, Section 44, though, is that Section 44 allows witnesses in a bribery or corruption case to be compelled to testify. So meaning that they have to comment and they can't step away from that. They have to answer questions. They potentially can't invoke the Fifth Amendment. So it also provides that once testimony is compelled, it also cannot later be used against that witness in a criminal proceeding except for perjury. So knowing what we know now through public comments, through everything else, we have to be clear about the possible legal consequences of our actions. So a vote to compel testimony in a bribery inquiry might grant legal immunity for those required to testify, including public officials, lobbyists, or intermediaries. And that's for those matters that are disclosed in that testimony. So if our investigative committee missteps, such an action may compromise prosecutorial efforts and obstruct rather than advance justice. And so this is something to think about because Section 44 might be compelled, and that will have public perception problems, regardless of how you feel about me, regardless of how you feel about what I have done and how I decided to bring this to the public. You need to consider also what Article 3, Section 44 does and what that will do to the public's perception. So I'm asking folks today to give credence to the chairman, to do the timeline that he sees appropriate, to let the investigative committee do the work that they need to do on the timeline that makes the most sense for them. I did not think that this was going to be necessarily a criminal investigation. I thought this was going to allow opportunity for people to testify publicly and to determine what needed to be done in this body. So again, don't take it from me. Article 3, Section 44.
Thank you, Representative.